Hello everybody, again welcome back to Hatchet and Parkworks Combat Patrol Magazine review unboxing issue 35. So we've got our first two sprues here for our Havoc Chaos Marines. There they are in all their glory. First one, the second one. So obviously first part of two parts, part 1 of 2 there stated. So there's our Havocs. Havocs part 1 of 2, Chaos Renegades, Armory of the Damned. So some great fine artwork there on the front cover. Chaos, looks like some kind of relic statue. So I'm moving on. So as we always start when we get new models, how to build our Havocs. Another page there. Obviously they do have weapons that we do need that they want that will be on the data sheets, like Reaper Cannon there for example, and Chaos Marine now Heavy Bolter. It lets me turn the page. So there we go. Our Havocs in all their glory, ready to be built. Obviously when we can finish the part 2 of 2 when we get that. Anyway, so Chaos Renegades, moving on. Chaos Space Marine Renegades fall on their former brethren in a furious attack. So I'll just zoom out there. Anyone wants to have a read, just pause it, have a quick gander. Moving on. So we talk about chapters here. Red Corsairs, Huron Blackheart, We Shall Fall Before Us, Army of the Damned. So, worked by Chaos, the forces of the Chaos Space Marines are among the most deadly in the galaxy. Not only are they former Space Marines, genetically enhanced elite warriors, but when they left the Imperium, they took with them their war gear and weapons, which they have since turned to the destruction of all they once believed in. So, worked by Chaos there. We've got some different factions here. The Black Legion, the Iron Warriors, we've got Night Lords, and we've got some Word Bearers. They're the Terminator armor. So still on our read. Other options here, Obliterators. I would love to have got these in this magazine, but next, coming up very soon actually, you've got the Hellbrute, the Black Legion, and some armor transport there for their Land Raiders. So more read. We talk about the Wa, the Orcs. So Orcs and Eldari, nearly overwhelmed with the Wraith constructs, fight back the endless tide of Orc warriors. So I'll leave that there. Anyone wants to have a read on their lore in this magazine? Right, let's move on. Another page there with the Orc Menace. I don't think they're menace. Green and mean. Red makes them go faster. Orcs are a brutal and warlike species who love nothing more than a good war. Good scrap, they love it. They are relentlessly tough, treacherous and intensive, always striving for the better, allow the fights. They prize destructive power over grace, strength over intelligence, and cunning over honor. Each individual Orc is a natural and enthusiastic warrior, driven by lust for war and intense violence impulses. They are outstandingly strong, tough, and resistant to pain, so much so that Orcs have been known to happily fight on even having lost limbs or sustained other grievous injuries moments before. Obviously, we'll be getting these guys soon. I already have plans for my Orcs. They ain't going to be in Goth, so we'll have to see. So, Havocs, here we go. So, as they always put, once you've collected your miniatures, roll your dice if you feel need be. Give them a unit name. Take off what you've done, you've built, you've painted, and you play them. And then moving on. Here we have the data sheet for the Havocs with the list of weapons that they want. So, you have your missile launcher, your Reaper chain cannon, heavy bolter, and the last cannon. And our play scenario, charge phase, rules going more in depth, Warriors hurl themselves into battle to slay with blade, hammer and claw. Stricken war cries and frantic screams echo through the whirling smoke as the moment of cataclysmic violence draws near. Yeah, bit of a tongue twister there for me. So here we go, charging with a unit, explaining more in detail. Obviously we have covered this before in previous issues. So talk about the charge, obviously. Charge roll 2d6, and then hopefully your engagement range with them once you've rolled 2d6. If you're not, the rule doesn't matter. So moving on, charging over terrain. So they're giving you more options here once you can get terrain on. Charging with flying models, rules there as applied. So the rules so far, as we're getting more and more in depth in these rules, you've learned a lot in the core rules so far. Below is a recap of the rules you've learned. You may want to keep this page handy during your games. If you need more information or wish to review sections, simply go to the appropriate place in the core rules to see those rules in full. So yeah, we're pretty much covering everything now on these rules. So our fight phase, again, more in depth. If I'm not mistaken, they actually, I think they did have one of these in the last couple of issues, I think. So our fight, pile in, make melee attacks. And the rules break them down there even smaller. Still a fight phase there, select targets, make attacks, and obviously you consolidate once you're done. So moving on with our pretty much last page of the rules, giving you their battle scenario with the Termagants, and which looks like a veteran squad of Ultramarines. So they've broken it down there, and then the final bit. So as we are drawing to a close, I suppose, really, with Eldarian Chaos, again, this will probably be changing. I think the Orcs are actually next, with someone else. I think it might be the Guard, I don't know. Astra Militarum. So obviously very soon we're going to see a different page here. Moving on, obviously looking forward to coming up to issue 36, our part 2 of 2 for our Havocs, and then we go on to our Hellbrute, part 1 of 2, part 2 of 2 again. And that concludes the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, please subscribe. It'd be great if you guys could all subscribe. I've got some amazing things coming up soon for this channel. A lot of planning, and I hope you are all enjoying the video still. And I will see you all very soon. Stay safe. Bye bye for now.